It's definitely a lot of excitement, a lot of nerves, a lot of anxiety, but we still have a long way before we get to the Final Four. We still have UMass Lowell, and they're a really good team. We have to focus on them for Friday because we have to take it one game at a time. Otherwise, at the end, we might not be where we want to be.
When you look at how much has the experience of getting to this tournament the last couple of years, do you think helps you going into this year? And I'm sure the first year you got in, it was maybe a little overwhelming, probably not so much this time around?
Yeah, definitely the first year we got in, we definitely didn't have the result we wanted, and I think as far as being a senior, being down there 3 times already, the thing that I can bring to the team is just to explain to the younger girls what it's like, the nerves, everything that comes in the environment of being down at the Final Four and in the NCAA tournament. Teams are completely different in the NCAA tournament. There's just a whole different mentality that teams play with, and I think the best help that we can give is just helping explain to the other girls what it's like and what they can expect when they get on the field.
I'm glad you mentioned being a senior because that's going to help me with my next question. As a senior, is there a sense of, I don't want to say desperation, but this is the last go-around? I mean, as one of the leaders on this team, what are you telling the girls? Is it, hey, don't take this for granted? I mean, what's the message from someone who is going through this for the last time?
I mean, all of us seniors have talked about it. There's definitely more of a sense of urgency for us. We are really feeling it in the first couple of minutes of every game. You know, you never know when it could be your last game when this is all over. So I guess our biggest thing is that we ask the girls to, play for us. And in a couple of years when they're in our situation, they'll be able to, ask the girls to play for them and feel what we're feeling right now.
This team, I mean, what's this run into the national tournament like for you?
Having experienced this a couple times before, we know what to expect of each other and how much hard work it's going to take, and we're just taking it one game at a time. We have to get past Friday to move on to Sunday and hopefully get back to the Final Four for the 4th time in a row, and we're just all really motivated right now.
And you say that 4 times in a row to the Final Four. Obviously, you've been down this road before, but I'm going to imagine, this is probably a dumb question, but it never gets old.
No, definitely not. I mean, each year we've been, it's just a whole new experience, regardless of where it is and who we're playing. It's a great experience that only a select number of athletes get to experience, and we just feel really honored, and we're just really trying to work our hardest to get back there again.
Yeah, I asked Christina, she said, you played UMass Lowell, I think the 3rd game of the season, 2 completely different teams, even though you're familiar with each other in conference. So what are some of the things you guys need to do in order to get into that next round against UMass Lowell?
We've come a long way since we played UMass Lowell, and we've improved immensely, and I think we just need to play our own game, not try to focus too much on certain little things, but just play collectively as a unit and work our hardest to get past that game.
Now, obviously, every year you get a new class coming in. You've been through this before, and I know you mentioned it a little bit in that first question, but what are some of the things you're telling some of the underclassmen about this? I'm sure the first time you got into the national tournament, you were maybe in awe a little bit. What is some of the advice you're giving?
We've told the freshman class is the only class that hasn't been. Some of the sophomores know, but they've only been once. So we've told them that it's the greatest experience you'll ever go through, and you won't know really until you're there and you're in our shoes. And even our first year, we weren't really, totally sure of what was going on. And after going for 3 years, we can tell them that, there's nothing better than this feeling, and I think that's kind of some motivation for them as well as the whole team.
For some of you, this is 4 years, 4 times into the tournament. Does it ever get old? I mean, you've been down this road, you know what to expect, but does this feeling ever get old?
It definitely doesn't get old. When we come in August, this is our main goal. As we say, we have 3 seasons. We have regular season, the NE10 tournament, and then NCAA. So we're in the 3rd season. Every year's different. Nerves are the same, but you have the experience, so that always helps. We're just really excited. Every game is a blessing to play in.
When you look at this matchup against UMass Lowell, I know Christina said it. She's the first person I talked to. She's like, we played them week 3, and we were completely different teams this time around. So what are you expecting this time around, or do you know what to prepare?
I definitely agree with T that we're a whole different team than where we were in week 3. We've improved a lot. We've gelled a lot better. Our skill is a lot stronger. Our team chemistry is great, and so we're coming into this game playing some of the best soccer we've played all year.
And when you tell, obviously being one of those who have been through this before, some of the underclassmen, the freshmen, they haven't been through this. What advice do you give them? What do you tell them? Because I could imagine the first time you experienced this, it might have been a little overwhelming, right?
It's definitely overwhelming. I came in my freshman year being the fall after they just went the previous year, so there was a lot of pressure to get back. So we try to keep the underclassmen focused. They need to take it seriously because it is important, but we also don't want to put too much pressure on them to where they freak out. So we have to have a balance between the two, but overall, we get them focused and ready and help them prepare the best we can.